परेशानी हो रही है। लोग देखिए सबके गाड़ियां बंद हो रही है, 4-4 फुट का पानी ऊपर है, तो लोग कैसे जाएंगे?
पानी भरा हुआ है रास्ते में और रास्ता पूरा ब्लॉक है।
यही बोलना चाहूंगा, ये गुड़गांव नहीं जलगांव है। आप नाव रखते हैं तो आप गुड़गांव की सड़कों पर चल सकते हैं, ये गुड़गांव के हालात हैं।
In coming times, I don't think so they'll be investing in cars or any transport. In fact, they'll be investing in boats.
This side are littered with construction waste, littered, and which is piling up day by day, week by week, month by month.
IT city which can't handle clouds. Corporate center which finds itself on the edge every time it rains. The millennial city with public infra meant for a boomer era town. World-class residential complexes right next to garbage dumps. Welcome to Gurugram. If somebody was making an ad for Gurugram, this is what it will sound like. World's 9th biggest airport. World-class residential societies and penthouses. Even Trump, despite India's so-called stagnant economy, couldn't resist the rustic charm of Gurugram. But ask a resident, and soon Gurugram's traffic and flooding problems will take center stage. Arjun, a chartered accountant by profession, recorded this video on the road, which runs right next to the Trump Towers.
So there is a road in between the Trump Tower and Worldmark. On that day, that MG car is got down in that Potholed, okay, and I was just going towards my home, and I saw that and created a video.
$100 crore penthouses which will put New York brokers to shame. Perhaps they can take a lesson or two from Gurgaon developers and brokers on how to sell one located right next to trash dumps and slums.
See, if we take Gurugram in last 10 to 15 years, I've seen societies coming up, apartments being built. So the best part about Gurgaon is, it is also known as a Venice. Why? Because the roads are, it's all potholed. When it rains, it gets waterlogged completely and people don't need cars anymore. And in coming times, I don't think so they'll be investing in cars or any transport. In fact, they'll be investing in boats. Why? So in any other planned city, people buy land first and then they do the development part, right? Here, they plan the entire society without even thinking or taking into consideration drains, sewer lines, or electricity infrastructure.
While the Gurgaon is expanding very fast, but somehow the infrastructure is not able to cope with that. And there is no good reason for this, because there are some good roads in terms of width, but the quality of road surface is not good. And the walkability is a challenge. You can't really walk anywhere, almost anywhere.
Much like Mumbai, Gurugram took its annual beating from the monsoon. These visuals of 8-kilometer-long jam on NH38 with cars worth 1,000 crores based on rough calculations, with many at risk of stalling and even drowning on waterlogged roads.
Left from office at about 7:30 in the evening. The traffic conditions are quite bad, especially the arterial roads are quite jammed at this point. And right now the traffic has still eased. What I've heard, those who coming from the expressway, they've been stuck there for over 3 hours.
Perfectly captured the city's talent for humbling those who have paid from 2.5 crore to 100 crore rupees for Gurgaon's much in demand real estate. But with public infra in shambles, what attracts people to pay such crazy sums for a home in Gurugram? Leena Thankar, HT's Gurgaon bureau chief, who has been covering the sector, believes.
So Gurgaon budget starts from 30 lakhs till say 150 to 200 crores. So this city gives a bracket to all the stakeholders, to all the people, no matter how much you earn, but you get that you can easily afford it through your EMIs, through your parents' support, or maybe your savings. But people manage to buy a house because it's very fancy. It's a pride. People feel very, it's pride to have a house here. When you tell somebody that you have a house in Gurgaon, it's like, wow factor is there. So this wow factor pulls people to invest in their property. They feel kind of restaurants they have, the kind of MNCs. You name a MNC and they have a headquarters or maybe a branch here.
But the glitz, shimmer, and appeal of Gurugram washes away every time it rains. Just on Monday, the roads between the national capital and Gurugram were chock-a-block. Rainwater once again rose treacherously high on roads. Dozens of cars across the city broke down as the rainwater flooded the engines. So what is wrong with Gurugram, which some of the who's who of the country call home? Gurugram contributes roughly 60% to Haryana's revenue, so money is not a problem.
For development, we think that cities are short of money, but that is not the case, because both the state and central government are pumping in a lot of money in all the cities, every city in the country, and Gurugram is no exception, under numerous programs.
But despite this, the residents are suffering, even after investing crores of rupees to buy primary residences. With its population expected to grow from the current 1.2 million to cross 1.5 to 1.6 million by 2030-2031, are the public infra projects currently in pipeline capable of handling this increase? While mega projects like the Dwarka-Gurugram Expressway and 4-lane tunnel are welcome and much needed, but much of cities' recently executed infra projects, instead of solving the problem, remain not just unusable during monsoon, but have proven to be dangerous for commuters. Dr. Sudhir Krishna, Chairman, Sustainable Cities and Habitats Bureau of Indian Standards, believes with the right vision, Gurugram's problems could be turned into solutions.
So the solution is in the problem only. Why can't we hold the water? If we hold the water in two ways, one is on the surface and second is below the surface. Surface water means water bodies are not adequately preserved. Most water bodies have vanished. The city was, and not only they have vanished and given way to construction activities. So it is a double jeopardy. And it is a man-made problem, can always be resolved. And secondly, the natural drainage system has been seriously impacted. The natural drainage system has collapsed here and there. It has shrunk also because of the construction.
See, they should identify the areas where they really need attention. Like, what are the basic problems of Gurgaon? Waterlogging, clogged drains, pothole roads. If they cover these 3 points, I think city will be worth living. They should plan to float tenders when it is required, and somebody should monitor these entire system, the entire allocation of projects, and feel like what exactly is happening, because corruption is a big factor when you talk about Gurugram. So if we track this, if we monitor this, I think we'll be home and things will be better.
What is needed is a comprehensive plan to review the existing infrastructure and perhaps a complete overhaul. Otherwise, Gurugram's problems on account of increasing population and vehicles are likely to only get worse. Are you a Gurugram resident? What do you think about the city's public infra? Don't forget to share your thoughts with us in the comment section.